Hey everyone, welcome to Camppatton Family Compound Saturday shoutouts. And I'm too ugly to be that big. I'm going to make myself that big. No, I got to scoot over here. Okay. It's been a while since I've done shoutouts. I used to do a bunch of them last year for channels that are growing and needing our support to get to that, to get subscribers, to get their message out, to make it to the monetization point, which is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So I decided to get back into it. Before I get going, I'm going to give some support to those that are here supporting me right now. And that is Yossi in the Simple Kitchen, Idaho Garden Girl, Shady Hill Homestead, excuse me, Suburban Hillbilly, and who just came in? Lisa Lee just came in. Now I'm making comments using my Gray Man Prepping channel because it's just easier for me to do it over there. But so let's go through and take a look at some of these that I got here. Come on, there we go. So we're gonna basically with these channels, these are kind of great channels. I like them. We need to help them get them to the 1,000 subscriber mark. All right. And these are the ones I'm going to be going over today, talking about. First one here is Wendy at Hardknack Farms. They're almost to the 1,000 subscriber mark. Last year they had about half that number last time I did a shout out video for them. Okay, Hedgehog Homestead is here. Hey, how you doing? WD Glock and Roll. Hey, WD, you're on the list here. So, alrighty. So, Wendy at Hardknack Farms they've been doing some great stuff. They've been building stuff. They got some great videos out there to go check out. They built I guess in their new house, they built a tornado bunker in the house, a safe room to go to. Really interesting video. Check them out. Skinner Farms. Courtney loves to talk about Skinner Farms. She calls them her cousin. He's been struggling for a while, slowly growing, has some good stuff, and another one to go over there and check out. Next one down is Bland's Promised Land Ranch. A couple weeks ago, I had them up on here. That's Monica and Eric. I had them up on here covering winter feed for your livestock 2 Fridays ago. So, another great one coming along. They put out some excellent videos teaching people about, doing a homestead, a ranch. I think they have 10 acres and they got cattle and pigs and I'm not sure. I think they have chickens too. But really, really great couple. And I froze again. Thank you, Internet. Backwoods Law. It's supposed to be law, not laws. Backwoods Law is Bruce. The last couple months, you've seen him up on my panel quite a bit. He's a retired MP from the Army and then a retired firefighter and emergency management person for his county. So he knows a lot. He helps out a lot. He loves to give back to everybody. And he teaches really good about fire safety and medical safety and stuff like that. All right. The next one is Audra from Homesteading in Idaho. Audra's, and by the way, guys, if you look down into the description down below, you're going to find this list with everybody's link. And the reason why I put those all down there is because, like Homesteading in Idaho, you enter Homesteading in Idaho on a search, and you come up with everybody but her for the first 20 lines. I don't know why YouTube does that, but she's growing. She's getting better, and she has some really cool ones. She just had a video out today reviewing the Albertsons ad that we have here in Idaho and stuff, and going over all, talks about this is the deal, this is not a deal. I can get this cheaper here at Walmart. I can get it cheaper. Oh, this is a really great deal. Go to, so she goes over and covers stuff like that. Really good. Scoot over here a little bit farther. There we go. All right. Tennessee Tactical One. He's another one out that just kind of gives information out. He has his Monday supply review. He talks a lot of times. He's talking about getting ammunition and stuff, where he gets it at, and the prices, so you can see an idea what the prices are going up and down. He'll get like he'll get 9mm here, here, and here. He'll get 22 here, here, and here during the week, and he'll tell you, what the price is going and the availability of it is. Maccabeus Everyday Survival, a real down-to-earth guy. First name is Jehoiadak. Everybody was always butchering it, trying to pronounce it. Hey, it's a good Bible name. And so he does some really neat videos on different things, has a unique perspective on things that makes you think twice and look at things a little differently. So he's another good one to go check out. This is the newest one to my list here is Abby. She's a teenager. It used to be called Abby's Life on the Farm, and then she changed it to Bountiful Harvest Abby. She spent some great videos. Last week she did several live streams where she was cooking up food and freezing it. That girl can cook. I mean, she had a ton of food. Her family's going to be set for the winter just about for dinners with what she did on the last, I think it was a Friday and a Saturday. She did a couple days of just cooking and showing what she was doing, and it was really great. All right, let's see. Next one here, WD Glock and Roll. Don. Don is a retired deputy sheriff, and he's in Oregon. That's the closest you're going to get to him. I ain't going to say where he's at, but right now he's driving around with some other friends. They all have their travel trailers, and for the last week he's been sharing lots of videos all over Nevada, southern Idaho, and some really interesting spots. One of the videos he just did yesterday was a place called Stonehouse. If you're traveling on east and west on 80, when you get to Ruby, it says Stonehouse this way here. I've never known what Stonehouse was. I've always been so busy making that 12-hour trip from California to Idaho or back and forth that I've never taken off on it. And he went down there and showed a great video of it. He has some really cool stuff. And last year during the Oregon fires, he was out there helping his neighbors and stuff, had a lot of videos out there on stuff like that. And Gardener Josh just joined us. Hey, Josh. All right, next one coming up is from Kate's Kitchen. Kate she lost her access to her other channel, which was Inside Kate's Kitchen, which still has a ton of great videos on it. And so she basically had to start over. And so she's got 215 subscribers. She's got a lot of cooking videos and stuff. So go over there, check Kate out. You can also catch Kate a lot of time on in the side chat on the Broussard's Homestead, Stringfield Ridge Farm, Gemini Homestead. She's in there with those people a lot. All right, the last one here, and YouTube froze me again. The last one here is my other channel. Yes, it's a little shameless self-promotion. I admit it, it's shameless. But what I did is I broke off all my prepping and emergency preparedness hardcore stuff away from the Camppatton family compound and reactivated my Grain Man prepping video channel that I had from 8 years ago. So I brought that back to life, and I'm doing all my new prepping videos over there. And so, yeah, check that one out. I appreciate it. I got a lot of people on Camppatton Family Compound that have been going over there, but they haven't been subscribing. But anyways, I'm just trying to get all my prepping stuff out there for everyone, and you guys can check that out. Now, those are the ones I'm saying, hey, these ones need help getting to 1,000. Great information on these channels and great people. The next group here are those that have already made it to 1,000, but I call them my down and dirty baker's dozen. These are ones that I have been teaching stuff, and I've been learning a lot from these people. Oh, I messed up. I was going to put them in alphabetical order, and I forgot to do that. Well, Broussard's Homestead. Anybody knows the Broussards? You know what great people are. Broussards. That's Brett and Amy, a different Amy from Amy's Bountiful Life. Yeah, this is Brett and Amy down there in Louisiana. He works for. I just lost the name of the fire department. Shoot. If anybody in the side chat can remember what fire department, it's Lake Charles. That's it, Lake Charles Fire Department. He works for them. He drives the truck, and they cover a lot of stuff. They do lives every Thursday evening, and great people. I mean, no pretentiousness with them. They're Brett and Amy, and they have a daughter, Abby, and as well. And yeah, great people. Now the next one is one probably who's helped me remember a lot and has come up with a great many ways for me to look at things differently, and that's Steve at Corsair Trainers. Steve is, in his words, a non-active duty Marine, because once a Marine, always a Marine. So Steve retired from the Marines and then went to work for the federal government as a, I want to say it right. Basically, he worked in the prisons, and he wasn't just a guard. I think he was a lieutenant in there. And so I think he did another 20 years working for the federal system before he retired from that. He runs he has his company, Corsair Trainers, which teaches firearm safety and stuff. And he puts up a lot of cool videos. Right now, he does a series of videos. He'll do he has done several tabletops where he takes a scenario and he walks you through all the stuff like active shooter. He walked everyone through that. No, it was about 5 or 6 videos long. He just put out video 6 of his security for a bad day. And he talks about when things go and it's not going to jump. Like he says, it's not going to jump from all roses, everything's nice and good now, to Mad Max. No, it's not going to jump straight to Mad Max. There's a whole line of stuff that progresses that things get worse and worse and worse. And he covers that and goes over it. He has a lot of great information, and he has a no nonsense, it's terrible thing. He goes, no, this is the way you look at it. He lays it out just like in a classroom, and he's great information. And he gives me a bad time because he's still in California, and I just moved from California here. Hey, Tennessee Tactical One, good to see you. All right. Next one that I'll learn a lot about from is Kaylin Strain. Kaylin reviews MREs. She's always reviewing them, talks about them, lets you know, oh, this one tastes nasty. This tastes great. This one, I'm going to toss this stuff from it and use something else. She goes through what the good, the bad, and the ugly of MREs. And she cooks it up there on her live stream. Right, so you can see the time. And I froze again. You can see how long it takes her to do it, to prepare it. She eats it, gives you a review as she's eating it, and all the aspects of the MREs. And she doesn't just do the ones from the United States. She gets them from around the world. So now another one here is even though I've never met her in person, I consider Martha to be a friend, a good friend. She's in Oregon as well, not too far from WD. Old school prepper. She does a lot of, she talks about a lot of her garden. She gives out information, canning information, gardening information, emergency preparedness information. She did a video series, and everyone should check out this video series. It was when the power went out last year on her. She had ice storms, and she was out power for 10 days. And she did videos of how they survived and how they lived during those 10 days without power in freezing rain and stuff. It would freeze and rain, and then it would melt, and they collected a lot of rainwater, and it would get cold again. And she talked all about that stuff. Really, really great person. Next one is Reed from manifestation of imagination. Reed is down in New Mexico. He has his little homestead out at the end of a cul-de-sac in a new, not very well developed development. And he's got it all on solar, and he has some really great stuff. He talks and explains solar power, wiring, how to do it. He doesn't talk down to you, but he takes the big words and translates them down so you understand them most of the time. Sometimes I got to watch that again because I missed a couple of those words. But he is an electrical engineer and a computer engineer, so yeah, he has some great information there, and he explains all about wiring batteries, 12 volt, parallel and series. Explains it all really well. The next one is Ben, my friend here in Idaho. In fact, he only lives about a mile from me here. Ben is Minuteman Prep. He reviews products, mainly quote solar generators or power stations. He reviews them. He buys them, reviews them, so he can give an honest review. He's had a couple donated to him to review, but he tells them, hey, I'm going to tell the people the good, the bad, and ugly about your product, and they still send him the product. They want honest reviews on it. So, and that's what he does. He has a comparative chart there. He also has a website, portablepowersolar.com, and he has a bunch of blogs on there. All the stuff he does, videos. He has other written blogs as well with other information written out well. And he has this nice spreadsheet. I showed it last night on my live, showing that listed like 15 different the solar generators, and from the best to the worst. And he has about 25 different row items about them, and they're color coded. Dark green is very good. Light green is good. Yellow, pale yellow is okay, and red is kind of like no, bad. And so he knocks everything out and learns. I mean, so you can learn about the stuff before you go spending your money on something that may turn out to be a piece of crap. All right, Mouse Toes. Mouse Toes is truly the no-nonsense woman of all the channels I watch. If something ticks her off, she lets you know it, and she doesn't hold back sometimes on the language. She just rips it, and she is absolutely fun to be on live streams with. And she does live streams with, she goes on Tasha, Prep For It, that goes on her live streams on Wednesday nights. Mouse Toe does a lot of cooking and canning. You want to learn about canning? Mouse Toes is one of the ones to do it. And really great. I mean, she's a character. She's a fun character. And I just wish that, we lived closer together so I could go over and actually see her. She's down there in the South as well. Next one is Kathy at North Star Prepsteader. She gives a lot of good information. On Mondays, she has her live stream, and she'll talk about, she had a little series there on her Monday nights talking about herbs, and went through all the different herbs. Each herb was a Monday night, and she went through a bunch of them. And then she talks about other things, and she has some really great Monday night lives. And she has other videos as well. Great ones to go to, and great ones to watch. 2 thumbs down, Yossi. Yeah, you're right. We got somebody in here. Oh, I don't like that. He's giving out too much good information. Yeah, well, guess what, trolls? It doesn't count against me for YouTube. A thumbs down is as good as a thumb up as far as YouTube's analytic is. Anyways, and sometimes people just click the wrong one coming in, are too embarrassed to go back and click the right one, but I don't worry about it. All right, Kathy has some great videos up there dealing with the cold and the things she does to keep her pipes from freezing. She's been rebuilding her raised planter beds. Great person. She is also one of the best moderators out there. When I'm doing my lives, she comes into my lives, and I'll do something. I'll say something about Doc Bones and Nurse Amy. The next thing I know, boom, in the chat, there she has Doc Bones and Nurse Amy's YouTube channel, their doomandbloom.net website, anything about it. And we talk about a specific thing that you can get on Amazon. Bam, instantly she puts the link in there. So Kathy is one of the greatest moderators to have around for that. The next one down is Anthony from Palmetto Prepared. He's down there in South Carolina. Anthony is great. He actually he and his wife have had a girl. He's learning what it's like to be a dad right now. But he also talks about all his garden and stuff and everything he does on his property he has there. He has a lot of wooded area. And the things he does, building potato box, stacking, raising potato boxes. So you start out low and you start adding, he just stacks another layer on it and adds more stuff to it as he grows his potatoes. Gets a bountiful harvest on that. And he talks about great stuff. And if you want to know about cooking stuff, Anthony, former military, loves to cook. He loves breads. He does sourdoughs. He talks about how to do sourdoughs, how to get stuff natural. He does a lot of great stuff. I mean, you can just go back and watch Anthony's stuff for a whole week solid, and you'll want to go back and do it another week. All right, next one is Rebel Canners. That's Tammy. I got through her from Courtney at White Family Farm. She really lays out canning good. She really hammers home the safety of canning, proper ways to do it, ways you can do it. What some people say, "Oh, you're not supposed to do that." Well, yeah, this is the way they used to do it, old school, and it's safe and it works. You don't have to buy into the hype of, oh, you got to do everything modern, absolutely modern. Anything else is no good. No, she explains and she does old school stuff and shows you how to do it. Next one up is my friend Dave. Dave and I have been friends for a couple of years now, and we've been doing a lot of live streams together. I'll be on his as a guest, and he'll be on mine quite often, pretty much co-host for the last year and a half, at least solid, if not a little longer. Dave's in Southern Ohio, obviously, Southern Ohio prepping. He has a son, Charles, who is on the spectrum. And he shows some videos of him teaching Charles to do stuff. He had another channel that some people really complained about some of the stuff because he was too honest, and they took it down. But he saved most of those videos and he loaded them up onto this channel, and so you can go back and check those out as well. He did some cooking. He right now he's using his Hatsan 25 caliber air rifle. And he's doing videos on that, talking about how it works and how you can use it and stuff. He does stuff on the supply chain. Dave used to be a trucker, and so he knows where all these big supply warehouses are, the underground food distribution centers, and he talks about it and gives us the information and gives you the insight to the supply chain from a trucker's perspective. And Will, just in time prepping, came in. Hey, Will. And so Dave's a good one. Froze again. And Dave's another one that just doesn't hold back. And he goes, I don't care if they take me down. I'll just start another channel. This is what's going on. And he's done that several times. So, he's shooting straight from the hip, and, he wants them information out there. Next one is Courtney at Wide Family Farm. Courtney is Courtney. What can I say? She has a lot of live streams. She interviews a lot of other channels, and she was the one that introduced me to Bland's Promised Land Ranch and Rebel Canners and a couple others channels I watch. Courtney shows the stuff she does, shows the mistakes, talks about her turkeys and stuff and her life on her, I think it's an 1.5 acre little homestead there. And Courtney's just full of information, knows how to get hold of people that have the information she doesn't know, and then she brings them on her show and gets them to talk about the stuff that people needs to know. Now, the last one here is Air Guns of Michigan. It's Moose, and he is in my mind probably the coolest YouTube teacher out there. It's hard to explain what he does, but it's just great. He has this little workbench there he's set up, and he talks about air guns, and he talks about products and changing things, and he shows you how to do things, and he got this magazine thing for it, and then he showed you how it works, how to load it in there, so you can go from 10 shots to 25 shots on your magazine. And then for the air rifles have air gauges on them, so you can see how they're doing. And he got this other product, and he showed how to do it. Really cool. He went through all the steps. He goes, there was no instructions in this gauge accessory pack thing. I figured it out, and here's what it is so you don't make the mistakes. Really great guy. Covers it, a lot of stuff. I've been going back and watching a lot of his videos. Dave from Southern Ohio Prepping told me about Moose and got me to go over there. And yes, he shows a lot of information, shows how you can accessorize rifles, what's good about them, what's bad about them, what he likes personally about it, and what he doesn't like personally. And he goes, but that's just, and he always emphasizes, what I like, you may not like, and what I don't like, you may like. And so he keeps it honest on it and covers things and does it really good. But so that's someone else to check out if you want to get some hunting stuff, but you don't want to spend the money on a regular firearm that you're gonna have to fill out a bunch of trackable paperwork on, because air rifles aren't trackable. And so, and they're actually, he's shot everything from the 177 caliber up to the 45 caliber. So, the stuff he has, you can actually go hunting with. All right. So there you have it. This is my favorite down and dirty Baker's Dozens, where I learn stuff from. And these are the ones that that need help getting up to the 1,000 subscriber mark. All of their links are down below in the description. And I noticed something weird too when I clicked on some of the videos, instead of the description being down below, it pops up over on the side, like here where the side chat is. They're now popping descriptions up over there. So I'm not sure if that's a total new thing or just something that YouTube's playing around with. So there you have it. That's today's shout out Saturday. Check out all these channels. Watch at least a couple videos so you know a little bit more. If you just watch one video, you may watch a video that they may have been and you may miss the golden nugget video. So check out a couple of them, see what they have. Oh, Yoshi says that Courtney has 2.5 acres. Okay, so it's 2.5 acres for Courtney. And so check them out. Remember, when you go to check them out, if you subscribe, ring the notification bell, watch at least 2 videos, comment in those videos. That way your subscription will stick a little bit longer and will not, all of a sudden they go up in numbers and right back down again, because if you don't make comments and watch videos, make comments and like them, YouTube thinks you're just a bot going in there, and so they take stuff away. All right, and with that, just to remind everybody, recently in the last month or so, I've noticed YouTube has been unsubscribing me to a lot of channels that I watch all the time, and sometimes I get so busy I forget, and also realize, wait a minute, I haven't seen so-and-so's videos in a long time, and I go back in, I've been unsubscribed. So check your subscriptions, make sure you're still subscribed to your favorite channels. And that's it. Just keep an eye on YouTube, literally and figuratively. All right, guys. So as always, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything stupid. And most of all, stay prepared, plant a garden, and keep on prepping. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.